guys, and welcome back to Southern Tiff TV. With the coronavirus limiting supplies, I'm just going to show you a little video of what you can throw together. You know, simple, quick, and you probably have all the ingredients in the cabinet. So here's what you'll need.
Like poetry, the crazy whirlwinds blows us from the corner.
First, I'm going to slice my onion. But when I started slicing, I noticed the slices were a lot bigger than what I wanted, so I just cut it in half again. I tried to find the smallest onion I could, but let's face it, it's kind of hard to find a small onion.
Like the stars had all aligned. And I breathe your aura, cannot leave your aura.
I also did the same for my bell pepper. Now you can go ahead and use the whole bell pepper, but I know onions, when they start to cook down and lose their water, you know, you don't have as many onions as you started with, so I wanted to go with less bell pepper to kind of even it out a bit, so that way there's not too much of anything. But if you want to use the whole thing, go ahead, no problem. More veggies in this, the better. Okay, normally I like to add like green things like arugula and spinach to this dish, but unfortunately they didn't have that kind of stuff when I went to the store, so I just got a couple of heads of broccoli. And what I'm doing is just cutting the little crowns off, the little heads off, or whatever you want to call them. And I'm just going to chop them and cut them into smaller pieces, so that way they cook faster. And when the dish is done, it's not, you know, all crunchy little bits in there, that it's all pretty much cooked through.
Feel your energy when our eyes touch, so familiar.
For the shrimp flavor profile, I went for more zesty, kind of spicy. So I did McCormick's Farmer's Market packet, a little bit of that. Some olive oil, some Cajun seasoning, some lemon pepper, and just a hint of lemon juice, just to kind of really bring out the tang in it. I also normally add some red pepper flakes, but I was out. So, you know, whatever. It came out pretty good without it. But if you don't want to do a zesty or spicy, you can do sweet. You can pretty much add whatever you like to this to bring it to where you would like it to be. There's, you know, no wrong, no right. Just do you.
Your vibe, desire, our eyes on fire. And I breathe your aura, cannot leave your aura. You have me like gravity. You don't have to try it, it's just like a magnet. You have me like gravity.
In a pan over a medium heat, I just put a tablespoon of butter and a little bit of olive oil, let that melt together. Then I'm going to throw in the vegetables so that way they can cook down. I'm going to coat all the vegetables in the butter so that way everything gets a nice flavor and it starts to really cook down.
You just like it.
I'm adding just a tiny bit of salt so that way the onions can release their water faster and they can cook down with the rest of the food faster. Because otherwise, you know, you might have charred broccoli and bell peppers before the onions even get there. As you can see, my onions have really started to cook down and everything's starting to get a little bit of color, which is what I'm looking for. I'm going ahead and cook this just a little bit more before I add in some grated garlic. Okay, right about here is when I'm going to add the grated garlic. I'm doing it grated style because it's easier to get it cooked quicker because it's so small. But you also have to really pay attention because it will also burn quicker. This is like literally the last minute of cooking. I'm doing like maybe 5 things of garlic. Now you can do more or less depending on your taste. Now once you start to smell the garlic, go ahead and remove all the vegetables from the pan and add in your shrimp. Try to even your shrimp to 1 layer. They cook pretty quickly, so you might want to lower your fire too if you're not really good with shrimp. A lot of mistakes people make with shrimp is they tend to overcook the shrimp, and therefore they're tough and rubbery. What you do is just cook them until they turn pink and they curl up. When they do that immediately, just take them off. Now if you got some that are still kind of raw, you leave those on a little bit longer, but once they completely turn pink, remove them. That's the easiest and best way to make sure your shrimp is just perfectly cooked. See? It took no time at all, like literally maybe 3 minutes for them to be fully cooked. Alright, then you're going to add your mixture of olive oil, lemon juice, and chicken stock into the pot along with the shrimp drippings. They're really going to give it flavor, so get everything mixed in. And remember to add your vegetables back in. Now, most people boil the pasta and then put it into the sauce like this. You can do that if you want. I choose not to because I don't like cold pasta the next day, so I don't want to eat it together, so I just cook mine separate. But totally go ahead and add it in if that's what you do. I'm just kind of funny like that. Now just mix everything together and make sure everything's warmed through. At this point you can do a taste test and add more seasoning if you feel it's needed. Alright, that is my way of making a shrimp and veggie pasta. Pretty simple. You can use it for anything. You can do it chicken, beef, whatever have you, any kind of pasta, rice. It does not matter. It's not really a limited recipe. I've done it all kinds of ways. Came out excellent. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like these. See you in the next video, guys.